Hello everyone, sorry for that pause there. Optimal Training Group here. In my last video we talked about the HTML control, and I think we did this here. I showed you how to create this card. But in this video I'm going to show you how to create this dynamically, so it's coming from a SharePoint list, and how that works. So let's first go to my list. So in my list I have these images here, right? I have this guard title, guard name, duty station, email, phone. This would be the link, but we're not gonna use this column here. Let me actually go ahead and hide this column. Okay. You can have a column for like links to if you wanted to link an image or something, but we're not doing that in this session. And here are my images. I have a site assets with the images folder, and actually no I don't. I'm sorry. I just uploaded the images into this list here. So that's what I'm doing. So what I'm going to create is I'm currently right now I'm working on a guard patrol checklist. So when you go to different agencies or even just office buildings, you have a guard, and some of these guards, they do checks at nighttime or just throughout the day. You know, they go check carpentry rooms, they go check around the perimeter area just to make sure everything's okay. And if they see any incidents or observe anything, they jot that down and they make sure they put that in the report. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create like in a gallery, have a picture of all the guards, and these are the guards. And when they click on it, it'll take them to the reports that they've done in the past or any recent reports. But we're not going to focus on the clicking part. We're just going to focus on displaying the guards. So now that you see what the list is, let's go back to Power Apps, excuse me. Okay. Let's go to a blank screen. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to go and add a gallery, a vertical gallery. So come here, come here. So we're going to add a blank vertical gallery. Okay, and then we're going to use our data source. All right. Open it up a little bit. So we're going to come in here, and let me do this actually. And then we're going to, so now that we've done that, so now let's go and grab, and I'm going to teach you guys a faster way. So let's grab this here. So as you remember, we wanted to make this an inline style, and that can take a while, and I did that on purpose in the last video. But there's actually a faster way to do this. So if we come here to ChatGPT, and I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm going to paste the code in here in ChatGPT. So once you paste it in there, you just have to tell ChatGPT to create an inline style and then to remove the double quotes. So what you kind of ask is, you say, please take the CSS from the style below and apply it to the HTML elements below. Make inline style. Please use single quotes instead of double quotes. So it's called prompt engineering. You just have to ask the right questions. So instead of me kind of going through by myself and changing all this, I just ask it to do it for me. So imagine if you had lots of HTML, you know, it becomes a pain. So let's see what happens. Sure, I'll convert this to inline styles using single quotes. and so it looks like it did it. So it did it. So let's copy this and see how it works. So copy, and let's go over here. Okay. So let's add our HTML text. Okay, so let's come in here. Let's see what happens. See what we have. Paste. Oh, let's see. Did it? Ah, look at that. So it didn't. Okay, we still have double quotes. So let's go back to ChatGPT. So my prompt engineering wasn't that great. So let's say, please quotes to single quotes. Let's see if this works. Okay, it looks like it did it this time. Okay. All right. Copy. And let's try this again. Paste. Let's come up here. So, yep, it looks like it did it this time. So, yep, it's there. So let's see what we have here. So that's our card. Let's just raise it up a little bit. Boom. Yeah, bring it out. Okay. So this is our card. And now let's go ahead and say we want our gallery to wrap 3. Okay, and let's bring this out some. Okay. So now, so what we're gonna do now is, in order for us to add our list items in here, we need to concatenate. So when you concatenate, you have to close off the double quotes. So we can do something like this. Close that off, ampersand, this item dot image, guard image, excuse me. Okay, let's see here. Let me make sure. Guard image, okay. So it doesn't like that. So what I'm gonna do is, another way to do this is, I'm gonna come back to the image, but let's go do the other ones. And matter of fact, let's do the other ones really quick. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna concatenate. We're gonna delete this. Okay, so what we're doing here is, we can't have this item and its properties inside of the HTML because it won't recognize it. So we have to do it. We have to concatenate it to the rest of the HTML. So we're gonna say this item dot name. This item that, let's say, guard name. All right, so those are the guard names. And then let's concatenate the next one. So let's say this item dot guard email. Okay. So let me do that for now. So now, and then let's go in. Another way we can do, let's add the image. What I will do is, I'm just gonna come over here, grab an image tag, an image control, excuse me. Let's type it in image. Look at that. So this is sort of coming together. Okay. I don't want this video to take too long, so I'm going to pause and I'm going to come right back. All right, so I'm back. I added, I didn't add all the properties, but we're going to do that right now. So we have the captain. So basically I just made an inline block. For those of you who are familiar with CSS, put each of the different data information into a div. So let's continue with that. So like as I was saying before, we have to concatenate. So we're going to concatenate the data from the list. So we're going to say this item dot title. Okay, guard title. And that work feels okay. And then we're going to come over here. We're going to do email. Ampersand, ampersand. Let's remove all this stuff here. We're going to say this item dot guard email. So let me just copy this here. Copy. Let's paste that here like this. Let's paste that here like this. Okay, so now we're going to come over here and we're going to change it. So guard phone. And then we're going to say guard duty station. All right. So let's see what that looks like. Okay. So that's kind of looking good. So let's do this. Oops. Okay. And then you can kind of play around with this until you get it to where you want it to go. So I don't like the scrolling. So let's bring this up just a little bit. And that took care of the scrolling. Okay. And then you guys can style it however you want, but I hope that makes sense. So just a quick recap. I used an image. So I just grabbed an image and I just set it to what was coming from my list, this item, that guard name, and I'm using I'm using a gallery. And when I use the gallery, I used an HTML control, HTML text control, so I can be able to build my card. And you can, you know, if you just Google, there are lots of fancy cards you can use, and if you just follow the same steps as far as making sure the style tag is in there, making sure the style, it's a style inline on the actual elements, and that you're not using double quotes and using single quotes, and that's how you do it. So I hope this video makes sense. If you have any questions, please let me know. hope this will help you in whatever you have to do. I think if you are really, really good at CSS, CSS and HTML, you can do a lot of fancy things with this. So I have some more videos coming on this. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Bye.